Hi Year 4 and welcome to Tuesday's writing lesson. Let's get started.
In today's lesson, we're going to be continuing to plan our poem, ready for writing it in our lesson tomorrow. Today, we're continuing to focus on our learning objective to use vocabulary for effect. Poetry is all about painting a picture in the reader's mind. So we need to pick our vocabulary very carefully in order to do this. The words that we're going to be using in our lesson today are poem, and we're going to be looking at verbs and adverbs. Let's read again the poem from yesterday. We're going to magpie ideas from this poem and learn from its structure. The poem's called Down the River by Matthew Sweeney. I got in my boat and went down the river, the full-flowing river, the river that goes through the jungle. I paddled my boat down the river, the waving, winding river, the river that goes through the jungle. I saw lots of wonders in that river, golden plants and golden flowers, a dead croc with a sword in it, a square box of diamonds, a starfish bigger than me, a diver looking for treasure, a machine gun and a water pistol, a big golden teapot. All these were in the river, and on the river was a ladder floating, a red, pink and orange rock, another much bigger boat half sticking out of the water, a swimming costume that fitted, a skipping rope I sprayed till it shone with gold, a sign saying, "Danger, waterfall." I stuck to my boat in the river, the up and down river, the flooding, floating river. I saw dangers around the river, a house that was alive and was trying to catch me, a dead bird falling down, black bumblebees flying and landing on a shop boy, a tail moving and a glimpse of eyes. I kept on paddling down the river, the full-flowing river, the waving, winding river. I saw an enormous diamond in the river, pink, green, orange and blue, colours changing in the sun. I stopped my boat by it. It was smooth and felt like china. I didn't want to climb on it, but some of the diamond fell off, and I brought it home. Home in my boat down the river, the up and down river, the river that goes through the jungle. In yesterday's lesson, we took a verse of the poem and identified nouns and adjectives. Can you remember what a noun is? Well done, that's right, it's a person, place or thing. What about an adjective? Brilliant. That is a word that describes a noun. Today, we're going to start off with looking at verbs. Can anybody remember what a verb is? That's right, a verb is a doing word. A verb can also be a state of being. For example, in the sentence, Miss Bridgewater likes roller coasters, the verb is likes. It's a state of being. So now that we know what a verb is, let's identify them in this verse. Remember, every time we come across a verb, I want you to do the action. Are we ready? Let's go. I saw dangers around the river, a house that was alive and was trying to catch me, a dead bird falling down, black bumblebees flying and landing on a shop boy, a tail moving and a glimpse of eyes. Well done, Year 4, for doing the actions to identify the verbs. On the screen now, you can see a quick check. So all of the verbs in that verse are in blue. You've got saw, trying, catch, falling, flying, landing and moving. So we now know what a noun is, a person, place or thing, an adjective, a word that describes a noun, a verb is a doing word or a state of being. We're just going to check that we know what adverbs are. Can anybody remember? That's right, an adverb is a word that describes a verb, how you're doing the verb. So if the verb was jumping, the adverb could be enthusiastically jumping or silently jumping. It describes how you're doing the verb. Right, now it's time to test our knowledge on nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs. So I want you to log into your Spelling Shed account and you should see a page that looks like this. At the bottom, you can see a new thing, Quiz Shed, and you should have a number 1 here that means that I've assigned a quiz to you. If you press play, you can see at the side here, it says that I've set you a game about identifying 4 word classes, adverbs, adjectives, nouns and verbs. So press play here and start the game, and it will take you through 20 questions all about nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs. Have a go at this at home. Let's see what score you get. So, how did you get on with the quiz? Your teachers will be keeping an eye on what score you get and they'll be giving out dojo points. so don't forget to have a go.
Here is our finished plan from yesterday with our expanded noun phrases written on it. We wrote 5 expanded noun phrases for things around the river, and these can be seen in black. We've got things like delicate rare orchid, mischievous playful monkey, and slimy wrinkled frog. We also wrote 5 expanded noun phrases for things that we could see on the river, and these are written in purple. We've got things like the bobbing squawking bird, fallen rotting log, and silent wooden boat. And finally, we've got 5 expanded noun phrases for things that we saw in the river, and these are written in red. We've got things like the graceful pink dolphin and smelly slimy algae. In today's lesson, we're going to be adding verbs and adverbs to some of our favourite expanded noun phrases.
Before we start our writing, let's look quickly again at the structure of the poem. So you can see here that the first line tells us where we saw the things. So we're going to be writing out tomorrow, we're going to be talking about on the river, in the river, etc. And then it kind of lists the things that it can see. So a house, a dead bird, a black bumblebee. So that's the structure that we're going to follow today.
So in today's lesson, I'm going to be picking 2 expanded noun phrases from each section of my river. I've got around the river, in the river, and on the river. So I'm going to start with around the river, and you can see that there, these are expanded noun phrases in black. So I really like the expanded noun phrase about the parrot, the colourful, majestic parrot. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to say a colourful, and I'm remembering my commas in between my adjectives. A colourful, majestic parrot. Now I want a verb. What might the parrot be doing? Well, I think parrots might be flapping, so I'm going to put that. A colourful, majestic parrot flapping. And then I want an adverb on the end. Remember, an adverb describes this verb. So how might the parrot be flapping? Happily? That's a bit rubbish. I think I'm going to put, well, I'm pretty scared of birds, so I think that the parrot might be flapping aggressively. Just about fits on. So, a colourful, majestic parrot flapping aggressively. From looking at my plan, the second expanded noun phrase that I really like is about the palm tree. I've got the towering, slender palm tree, so I'm going to use that one. So, towering. And again, I need the comma between my adjectives. A towering, slender palm tree. And then what might the palm tree be doing? Well, I can imagine a palm tree kind of doing this in the wind, so I'm going to say that it's swaying. So a towering slender palm tree swaying. So that's my verb, it's a doing word, it's swaying. And then I need an adverb to describe this. So to describe the verb, how is it swaying? I think they look pretty graceful, so I'm going to say swaying gracefully. I'm now going to pick my favourite 2 expanded noun phrases for things that are on the river. So looking back at my plan, these are things written in purple. So remember, poetry is all about building up that picture in the reader's mind. So the one that I'm going to pick is the fallen rotting log. I really like this imagery that it creates in my head. So I'm going to say a fallen, again, that comma between my adjectives, a fallen, rotting log. And then I need my verb. What's my log doing? Well, I can see it making this kind of movement, so I think it's bobbing. So I'm going to put that as my verb. A fallen, rotting log, bobbing. And how is it bobbing? I need that adverb now. Well, I think it would be bobbing along silently, so I'm going to put that silently. A fallen, rotting log, bobbing silently. My second favourite expanded noun phrase for things on the river is a swift, hovering dragonfly. So I'm going to use that. So I've got a swift. So swift means quite quick. So a swift, hovering dragonfly. what does a dragonfly do? I need that verb, a swift hovering dragonfly. I can remember that I've seen a dragonfly and it makes a zzz kind of noise, so I'm going to say it's buzzing. So my verb is buzzing. And how is it buzzing? Well, I find that buzzing quite annoying, so I'm going to put the adverb annoyingly. Let's just check we've got everything we need. A swift, hovering dragonfly. There's my expanded noun phrase, 2 adjectives and a noun. Then I've got my verb, buzzing, and my adverb, annoyingly. So finally, I need to pick my 2 favourite expanded noun phrases for things in the river, and these are in red. So my favourite expanded noun phrase is the graceful pink dolphin, because I can really picture that in my head leaping up out of the river. So I'm going to go with that one. A graceful, comma between my adjectives, graceful, pink, dolphin. And then I need my verb to describe what the dolphin might be doing. Well, I can imagine it doing this, so I'm going to say it's leaping. Leaping. And then how is it leaping? I need that adverb. Well, I thought it might be quite graceful, but I've already used that in my writing, so I'm going to try and think of a synonym for graceful. Leaping elegantly. I'm going to put that. So I've got a graceful pink dolphin leaping elegantly. The final expanded noun phrase that I'm going to use today is the cunning, threatening rat. So I'm going to use that one in my writing. A cunning, comma, threatening rat. So there's my expanded noun phrase, adjective, adjective, noun. So now I need that verb. What is the cunning, threatening rat doing? Well, I think he might be staring at me. So I'm going to put that one, staring. How is he staring at me? Staring slowly, staring. I think he might be a little bit curious to see me. So I'm going to pick curiously.
Right, let's take a look at your chilly challenges for today's lesson. Don't worry if you didn't complete a plan in yesterday's lesson. You can magpie some ideas off mine. So, chilly ones. In yesterday's lesson, you were asked to write an adjective and a noun for some of the things that you could see on your river journey. So today, I want you to choose 3 of your favourite adjectives and nouns from your plan and think of a verb to go with it. For example, a colourful parrot flapping. You've got colourful being your adjective, the parrot being your noun, and flapping is the verb. Chilly 2s, I want you to do exactly what I just did in the modelled. I want you to identify 6 nouns. That's 2 from things you can see around the river, 2 from in the river, and 2 from on the river, and write your line of the poem, including a verb and an adverb. And chilly 3s, I want you to do exactly the same, but to really focus on using up-leveled vocabulary. So really think carefully about the verbs and the adverbs that you're choosing in your writing today.
So that's the end of your writing lesson for today. Make sure you keep any work that you've done today because you'll need it for your writing of your poem tomorrow. See you soon.